Aloha! Aloha everyone, welcome back for a quick garden update. As you can see, it is a very windy Monday morning here on Oahu. If you are tuning into my channel for the first time, mahalo for stopping by. My name is Kelly and I am an orchid lover from Hawaii. So in my videos, I pretty much share with you everything that's orchid related, and every so often I try to throw in some bonus footage just of beautiful scenery, not only here on Oahu, but from the outer islands as well. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in seeing, you can help me grow my channel by hitting that subscribe button. So anyways, today's video is going to be a quick garden update. In my last garden walk, I showed you guys my new shade area. And I showed you this dendrobium right here. At the time it had 2 spikes and it has now given me another spike. So I have 3 spikes, and hopefully nothing comes along and eats it, because I do plan on leaving it under here. So I have a question for those of you who have been growing orchids for a while, or any of you who know the answer to this question. Does it affect the development of spikes and buds if you move an orchid from a sunny location into somewhere that is more shaded? Like, for instance, if I would move it into my protection area where it's not getting as much sun, will it not develop as it would had I left it here? So that's a question. Hopefully some of you may be able to answer for me. I had an orchid here that I showed you guys in my last video. It's my pastel version of my yellow splash, but I decided to move it in here because 2 of the bottom buds, oh, you guys can't see that. Let me open the door. Two of the bottom buds had turned yellow and brown like right away. So I decided to put it in here, hoping that it's going to be safer and the rest of these buds can develop and bloom. But I'm wondering, since I moved it from an area that it gets longer sun exposure to in here, if the buds won't develop as well. So I guess I will find out eventually, or soon. So don't mind all the mess, guys. As you can see, it's really windy and I have leaves everywhere because of these trees that line the street behind my house. They are full of flowers. So it's pretty much raining leaves and flowers every day, all day. And they're very sticky, so they get stuck in my plants, and it's been like this for the past few years because the state hasn't been maintaining the trees. They used to cut them like pretty much to nothing But now when they come around, they barely trim it. So all of the leaves and flowers are left to just fall everywhere. And if I focus on cleaning my yard, it'll take me all day, and it'll be a waste of time, because as soon as I turn around, the ground looks like this again. So I've learned to try to ignore it, but it bothers me a lot. I don't like mess, guys. Anyways, I showed you guys this dendrobium the last time, and the spike is coming along really well. Lots of buds on there. And this one is a Norma Jackson crossed with Sun Gold. So as soon as that blooms, I'll show you guys what that looks like. Here is my yellow splash. The flowers are starting to fade, but this has been open for, gosh, a few months at least. I can't remember when it first opened, but it lasted a really long time. My Lillian Yamada that I told you guys I was debating on cutting the spikes, I didn't cut them, but the flowers are really, really tiny. And they don't look that great, so I will cut them off and give the chance of, give the plant a better chance to grow. It does have new roots, so I think it'll be fine. My Vanda has already faded. That is gone. My other Lillian Yamada is coming along nicely. It's hard to get in there, guys. I have so many plants everywhere. Everything looks so crowded. I like having this space. I just don't like the clutter. I like everything organized and neat and in its place, but when you have a small yard, you have to, when you have a small yard and you have this many plants, you have to kind of compromise, I guess. You can't have it perfect. You can't have organization and have everything be neatly placed when space is minimal. So this dendrobium is opening nicely. Very long spike. Not focusing. Hopefully you guys can see that. Anyways, check out this cattleya, guys. So I just fertilized it the other night. I had it hanging up there, and I fertilized it at night, which I've never done before, because if you guys haven't watched my recent video of Roy Tokunaga giving a talk at the Kuniya Orchid Society meeting, he talked about watering his plants at night, because he said certain plants like dendrobiums and cattleyas, the stomata, which are pores that open up, it has something to do with, I'll put it on the screen, the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. I'm trying to think, guys. I can't remember exactly, but I know something about that. Something about the pores opening. And he said that if you water them at night, he noticed that he was getting bigger flowers. So I want to try that. So anyways, I watered several of my plants in the evening, And it doesn't get cold here. Like right now it's not cold. So he said he's never had any issues with fungus, and I don't think I will either, just because in the evening sometimes it's still actually kind of hot and it's breezy back here. So I think my plants will do well, but I want to try it. I want to see if I notice any difference, because this is an amazing bloomer. This one is called a LCTNA. I have to look that up. I don't know what that means. Renette S&W. And I'll show you guys on the screen what it looks like when it's in bloom. Such a beautiful flower. This is from Carmela Orchids on the Big Island. I got it last year from the Hilo Orchid Show. Well, I was there for the Hilo Orchid Show. I didn't get it at the Hilo Orchid Show. I got it actually at Carmela Orchid Nursery, which is closed to the public. So I got really lucky to be able to go there and visit and do a video. So if you guys want to see Carmela Orchid's nursery, go and check out my video. I posted it last year around maybe the end of July, beginning of August, somewhere around there. Anyway, so I got this orchid from their nursery. And speaking of the Hilo Orchid Show, it is coming up really, really fast in like, I think 2.5 weeks about. And I am going to be giving away 2 tickets. So the way that I'm going to do it is sometime between now and the show. In one of my videos, I'm going to just give it to the first person who comments they want the tickets. That's it. That simple. I'm not going to tell you guys which video I'm going to give it away in, but you have to watch from now until the show. One of my videos, I'm going to give away 2 tickets to one person, and it's going to be available at the show for you to pick up at the entrance. So it's going to be really simple. So make sure you guys keep watching if you want to get free tickets to the show. What else? Oh, the 18th and the 19th of this month, the Eva Orchid Society is having their orchid show. So for those of you who are here on Oahu, come and check it out. I'm going to be a vendor there. Come and say hello. Come and buy some plants. I should have a good selection of orchids and plants available. So hopefully it's going to be a successful show, because this is going to be their first show in several years. I don't know how long they haven't had a show, but I know it's been a while. So come out and support the Eva Orchid Society, and I'll put the information on the screen. What else, guys? What else did I want to tell you guys? Oh, I know. How could I forget? So tonight, the Mililani Orchid Society is having their monthly meeting. The speaker is Scott Mitamura. He is a longtime orchid grower. In fact, he started when he was like 10 years old. So he's been growing orchids for over 50 years. He is, I believe, a horticulturalist. He just retired recently from the Foster Botanical Gardens. He was in charge of the orchids there, and I have several videos from Foster Botanical Gardens. So if you guys want to see that, go and check it out. Anyways, tonight's talk is going to be about how to identify and treat issues that you have with your orchids, your problematic orchids. So if you're having yellowing of your leaves, or your orchids aren't growing well, or whatever it may be, and you can't figure it out, bring it to the meeting. Everyone is welcome to attend. You're not obligated to join. You can attend as a guest, but of course, if you would like to join our club, you are more than welcome to. I believe the annual fee is $30. Don't quote me, but I think it's around there. Anyways, it's tonight, 7 p.m. at the Mililani Mauka Elementary School. So hopefully you guys can make it. If you have any questions and you have Instagram, you can leave me a message on there. Hopefully I can get this video out really quick. because today is a busy day for me. What else do I have under here, guys? Oh, I know what I can show you guys. My Maxillaria Tenuia. Look at how big this plant is. Isn't it huge? This is definitely a specimen size orchid. When I got it, it was already like this. I've had this for less than a year, so I can't take credit for growing it, but I'm hoping that with the proper care, next year it'll give me lots and lots of flowers. So I believe from what I looked up, these like lots of sun during the active growing season. It likes lots of water, not sitting in water, but it likes a lot of water in well draining media and fertilizer. And later in the year, during the winter months, you slow down on the watering, and I believe you move it to, no, I think you can leave it in bright light, guys, until after the flowers bloom. Then you can move it. I have to double check on that, but anyways, I'm hoping that I can grow this one well and that it will be successful. I would hate to kill a plant that obviously has been growing for a really, really long time. So hopefully I do a good job. And this is my Hono Hono, lavender Hono Hono that I got from Jeremy. It won Best Hono Hono in show at the Tenuia Orchid show, not last year, but the year before that. But I couldn't take credit for that one because I had already gotten it full of buds. Last year, or well, not last year, but earlier this year, my Hono Honos didn't bloom for me that well. And I heard that from a lot of people that they weren't blooming when they were supposed to. So I wasn't able to enter it this year, but hopefully next year it will bloom on time and give me lots of flowers, and hopefully everything lines up, because they have to bloom when the show is happening, right? That's the trick with orchid shows. Everything has to align just perfectly. So I will keep you guys updated on this Hono Hono. And this one is growing only in sphagnum. That is how I got it. So I'm gonna leave it like that for now, but eventually I'm gonna have to change it. Okie dokie. This is a new orchid that I just got. This is the Nodosa. And I got it from the Tenuia Orchid Society. So that's the great thing about joining societies, guys. You get free plants, free orchids. Isn't that wonderful? Who doesn't like free orchids? I got that one. I got another Brassavola. I think it's a yellow bird. Don't mind my mess. I've been working on plants. I got this one at last week's Tenuia Orchid Show. This is the yellow bird. And I got several other free ones. So if you guys do not belong to a society, but you live near one that you'd be able to join, I would highly recommend that you guys do so, because you get to meet a lot of knowledgeable people who have been growing orchids for a really long time. It's a great way to learn how to be a better orchid grower. And like I said, you get free orchids. So it's a win-win. Anyways, guys, I think that's it. Like I said, it was just going to be a quick garden update. As far as what I'm going to bring tonight, I think I'm going to bring my Stanhopea, because in one of my, excuse me, In one of my videos, I told you guys that I had moved my Stanhopeias here and the leaves were doing really well. Like this one is still doing good. The leaves look nice. They're not turning brown. It's a little lower to the pond, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it because they get the same care. But yet this one, the leaves are turning brown again on the tips and it has some spots. And I believe these are the same plant because I think I divided it. So I'm gonna bring this one with me and ask Scott, what's going on? What am I doing wrong? Why the leaves keep turning brown and spotted? And once I get the answer, I will let you guys know what I found out. Because if this is happening to you guys as well, it would be good to figure out how to prevent this. And these haven't bloomed for me in a while too. I believe they're large white flowers that only last for a few days, but I haven't had a flower for the past couple of years, so hopefully it will bloom for me soon. Look at this dendrobium, isn't it pretty? Such a deep purple, so beautiful. So this one just started opening. And I do have a few other dendrobiums in bloom. I can show you guys that before I end the video. So these are the other two dendrobiums that bloomed for me recently. Nothing fancy, just one spike. It's still pretty though. It's not a long spike or full of flowers. It's just a few flowers on each, but still really pretty. Okay guys, I think that's it. Hopefully you guys can make it to the meeting if you're here on Oahu. And like I said, whatever information I find out tonight from Scott, I'll definitely pass it on. In fact, I'm going to be recording it, so that's even better. Anyways, don't forget, if you guys want to win the tickets to the Gila Orchid Show, keep watching. It's going to be happening soon. And until next time, remember to always live aloha.